Hi friends, this is Scalpo and Piso. Because brain is creating a thought. In other words, hello, I am exchanging thoughts using my brain to yours. The world is a crazy place. This is July 21st, 2014. I mean, it's just so incredible. This is Scalpo and Piso. And again, I present facts. The most incredible neurological array, HIV, or a defect, call it what you want, is religious psychosis. They believe in imaginary friends, the same with blood, and all this bunch of nonsense in this 21st century. It's happening everywhere, and it's because of all the insanity in the world today. Israel versus Palestinians, in Russia, the Ukraine, and the Russian separatists, and all these people, which are all brought up in Christianity infected Europe, Russia, all over the place for 1700 years. Since Constantine in the 5th century, or in the 4th century, made the religion, the cult of the Christus, of the Jesus Christ, the title of Julius Caesar the Christus, because Jesus Christ is a title, and he is the one that made only one cult of Julius Caesar, of the city of Rome, the only one accepted in the whole vast empire, initiating its disintegration. Nothing else was accepted. It's just like being in the United States of America and says, the only book everybody can read is the Winnie the Pooh book. You can only eat hot dogs, and you can only wear white. That's it. No tennis shoes. All in the 50 states of the United States. How would you like that? That's exactly what happened in the vast Roman Empire in the 4th century, where Constantine said, if you believe in whatever other gods that you believe in, all these different things and all these different gods, consider the stars and all that, forget about those. The only one is the Jesus Christ belief of the city of Rome. Make it universal, which means Catholic. Catholic Church began. And since then, all the religions of the vast empire, all the Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Judaism, of today, the so-called Judaism, people even had no idea what it means, and Islam, they all come from the Roman Empire disintegration. The archaeology, the epigraphy, the writings, everything proves it, that what I'm saying is correct. Don't believe only the writings and the epigraphy, I mean just the writings of different texts. They are bullshit. Just look at the epigraphy, connect the dots and all of them, and you'll see what I'm telling you is a fact, is a truth. Like when I say there was no such a thing as crucifixion, because the cross is a symbol of the Son God. And it's an epigraphy. But the writer says, oh yes, the crucifixion, the Romans crucified people. Where is the evidence? There is no evidence. There is no epigraphical evidence. By saying something in a piece of, in a writing, doesn't mean that that's what it is, and it's true, because you cannot find it anywhere. It's just like me saying, for instance, in English, I'm going to go to a cat house, and I'm going to nail some bitches. But before I do that, I have to go look, I have to see a man about a horse. After I nail some bitches, giving them a woody, my woody, then I'm going to catch some Z's. I'm speaking English to you guys. What does this mean? Can you tell me what it means? What did I say? Or if you say POTUS protected Uncle Sam and gave him some money because of bankruptcy. POTUS protected Uncle Sam from bankruptcy. POTUS is President of the United States. What's Uncle Sam? It's a personification of United States of America. See what I mean? That happens. There are 8,000 languages spoken in the planet. 8,000 languages. And people are killing each other because of all these religious psychosis beliefs. Israel and the Palestinians and all the rest of it nonsense, and Russians and the Ukrainians and the whole Christ psychotic infected thing. Churches in the United States grow up in the brain of children with all this garbage and infected with all this crap. And sane, known as atheists, scientists, intellectuals, say nothing of churches infecting the brain of children, keeping them retarded. In other words, theotarded, retarded because of God belief. So here are some clips. Enjoy.
The Malaysia Flight 17 actually was full of dead bodies when it took off from Amsterdam, or that Ukraine's military target. I mean, it's amazing what the coverage, I mean, what people in Russia are getting, this idea that the plane was full of dead bodies when it left Amsterdam.
And actually, that is part of a bigger conspiracy theory, which is that airline's Flight 370, the one that disappeared over the Indian Ocean, and that plane didn't actually disappear. It was taken by the American military to a military base in the US, then it was taken to Holland, and at the necessary time it was stuffed full of corpses and packed with a bomb.
This is all being reported by Russian media.
Yeah, and it's circulating feedback loop between the official TV, official newspapers, and the Russian internet, which is a great breeding ground for conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I mean,
see? Conspiracy theory psychosis. This is all due to Christ psychosis. All the churches for 1500 years giving misinformation, giving all this zombie God belief crap, and of course, this is what happened in the 21st century. These imbeciles, they have a problem with their brains and had no idea, so they invent all this crap.
Others.
Yeah, so then another part of the internet steps in and says, by the way, that plot, that idea that a plane full of corpses was shot down as part of a hoax, that actually comes from the TV show Sherlock.
See, it comes from TV shows. TV shows. See that? They cannot tell between fantasy and reality, and this is expressed in churches. And blind, clueless, sane, atheist, scientists do not say anything about it. And the problem are, like I said ad nauseum, churches infecting the children with all this garbage, and the adults believing all these fantasies to be reality. That's where you got your conspiracy theory psychosis from. Religion is a mental illness. This is crap, is taught in churches. It affects the mind. And studying churches, synagogues, and mosques. Everything, all these theories come from infected, sick brains. And where do infected, sick brains come from? From churches. The people that believe in God and all these churches, they give us conspiracy theory and nothing. They are no different than schizophrenics, temporal epileptics, bipolar people, people with depression, all roll into one. It's all in the brain, friends.
Right back down in the creek.
It's moving horizontally and it's moving vertically. As far as I know, we don't have any technology today that can do that. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be surprised to find out.
See what I mean?
Within about
History Channel.
16. That was flying very slow, gear up. It was fully armed. It had 2 sidewinders on the wings. It had 2 more missiles underneath.
Minutes after sighting this strange flying triangle, Gordon saw an F-16, which tells me that there's some kind of military involvement with this craft. The government knows what these triangles are and is involved with...
See what's happening? These programs in the United States, in this Christianity-infected nation, full of ignorant people, with tons of churches telling people all this garbage and And this is the reason you get all these conspiracy theories from. Because you have a history channel, supposed to be history, you have ancient aliens. What kind of a bullshit crap is this? And this is presented as fact. This is what people see in this country. This crap, as if it was reality. So there you have it. That's where you get your psychosis in the United States from. This thing on TV, so you cannot trust it, but kids don't understand it. They think it's reality. It's just like, and the churches actually teach all the Bible crap as if it was reality. The Christ psychosis infected imbeciles get really pissed off when the Bible book is not put in the mythology sections in stores. So they get all up in arms because they distribute this garbage, this theotarded, moronic, mythological crap as if it was reality. And then on top of that is reinforced by programs like this. And they call it history. And it's not only these imbeciles, it's actually also the science channels. It's a lot of misinformation, friends. A lot. So you have to wade between a world of religious crap and actually science facts. And the atheists, scientists, intellectuals say nothing. So American atheist organizations full of crap and the clueless wake up. They say nothing. They're idiots. You know, the amazing thing is that brilliant, mentally healthy, in other words, atheist scholars like Dawkins and Myers and Dennett and even Hitchens, that is now passed away. But anyway, all these brilliant scientists don't see, you know, they probably don't have any idea that, you know, they don't link religious bizarre mathematical beliefs to the bizarre mathematical beliefs found in neurological disorders. For instance, like I said, you know, God delusion, Richard Dawkins. Not once, look at the bibliography here. Look at all this stuff. Not once he mentions schizophrenia. He only mentions psychology, evolutionary psychology. But where is this guy coming from? Why do you call it the God delusion? What is a delusion? Delusion is a false belief found in schizophrenia and mental disorders. I mean, is he blind? This is what I'm saying. This is the problem. He, you know, the religious nuts do circles around Dawkins because he calls it a delusion, but he should be calling, you know, instead of the God delusion, the schizophrenia zombie God syndrome. Delusion is mental illness, and Dawkins doesn't see it. He is brilliant, beautiful English, but he should understand where language comes from, where the English language comes from. See, this is the problem. These people have tunnel vision. And then, of course, if they don't understand that, you know, then they have a problem because they cannot fight the Christ-psychotic imbeciles and nuts that run around. You should just grab them and tell them exactly like it is. These nuts are, you know, people that believe in God are no different than people that suffer from mathematical beliefs found in schizophrenia, just like Dr. Sapolsky said. Right there. A lot of neuroscientists say that. They link believing God to the believing imaginary friends found in neurological disorders like schizophrenia. God is a creation, it's a psychosis, a syndrome created by the brain. They ought to know that. Come on, atheists, scholars, and intellectuals. What's wrong with you? Get your head out of your ass. Or take the blindfolds out. And connect the dots, connect everything like I'm doing. Otherwise, you won't get anywhere.
We're about to meet with special effects artist and coordinator Rick Price. Rick has modeled the relic that Giorgio gave us the other day. And we're going to find out, does that object really fly? We're wondering, will this fly? Can this fly?
Given the shapes, I would say so, definitely. My mind.
Just from looking at any changes to the angle of attack on the wing, or the distance, the height, the weight, the center of gravity, what kind of changes did you make?
None.
None?
No.
Talking to Brick, I fully expected that he was going to say we need...
This is a gold moth sculpted by the ancient Chibcha natives of Colombia. And here, is this an ancient alien with a head and with a radio gun? This ancient aliens with a hard on ready to fuck your stupid, ridiculous ass, Theotard? Why don't you take some drugs and you'll see some ancient aliens too?
I can't wait to see it.
One thing that's interesting about it is that the wing swept area is taken up a lot by the body. But the body has a shape to it like a lifting, which means that...
You know where this moron is going with this crap? He is making a replica of a solid gold artifact in the gold museum in Colombia. The native, the Chibcha tribes, have all this. They ingested entheogens. The gold to them was sacred, and they copy moth. They copy birds. That's what they did. So this stupid imbecile with the head up his ass think they're ancient aliens that copy the design of a brand new plane. No, because planes resemble birds, you imbecile. Because birds have wings and they have all this stuff, so they copy it. So it resembles a moth. That's what he does. I'll show you. Ancient aliens, These little ancient aliens that come around, and these people, like him, are imbeciles, Christianity-infected imbeciles, brought in Christianity-infected homes, attending stupid churches. This is what happens. They have no idea, they are ignorant of history, ignorant of everything. So to them, these imbeciles, any figure that they see in a museum or in a cave or something like that, they think it's ancient aliens. They don't read these books about the goal of the Muisca. Are these ancient aliens too? Imbecile assholes. Don't they know how these people took a lot of drugs? And that's what the religion was formed. All religions are based on drugs, imbeciles, for 5,000 years ago, all over the world. They don't read this crap. They don't read anything. What are these ancient alien objects? Flying saucers? Imbeciles? Look at this. That's where you get the conspiracy theory crap from. What is this? An ancient alien here also? Stupid asses. The ignorance in this country is absolutely amazing. This is an ancient alien with a little radio device on the head. What is this? A little ancient alien with a little tassel in there, a radio transmitter here in the back of it. See, they don't read. Faith is always inversely proportional to knowledge and information. The more faith in God you have, the retarded you are. The more stupid and ignorant you are. You're like a little kid, like about 2 years old, that believing all these fairy tales to be reality. This is exactly what happened to these imbeciles here. This is a plane, an ancient alien, from a stupid history, so-called history channel. Disgusting. They make the churches and things like this make people stupid and ignorant. So who owns the History Channel and some of the Science Channel? Ask yourself. Christianity-infected imbecile chrysocodics. There you have it.
An alien species that have been reported countless times. It's been going on.
I'm an alien too! Look at my eyes, see? I'm not Calpun Piso. When this body was 2 years old, the ancient alien from Uranus came around and invaded this body. Here I am! See? An ancient alien here, guys. Look at this crap. History Channel.
Rocket and tunnel attacks from Hamas. And as a result of its operations, Israel has already done significant damage to Hamas's terrorist infrastructure in Gaza. I've also said, however, that we have serious concerns about the rising number of Palestinian civilian deaths and the loss of Israeli life.
Well, you know the crazy things that is happening in Nadi land, in the city of Nash, Jerusalem, and all these places, it is religious psychosis, believing imaginary friends, taught to kids in churches, mosques, and synagogues. And these imbeciles have no idea of history. You know, it's Israel and Palestinians, they popped out of nowhere, out of the blue in 2 seconds. No. They were, like I said, you have to watch my videos to actually explain that to you. They were part of the Roman Empire, with the province of Judea, Palestina. And in the year 70, they were, well, it's a long story, but that's where they come from. The Jews of Palestine used to be the boat people, the sea people, a different compilation of tribes that used to raid the coast of Egypt 3,500 years ago. These are the conglomerates, and they were defeated by Ramses III. And they were so smart, because they were raiders, but now they were defeated. But they used to travel. They went around everywhere acquiring information and very intelligent. So they were conquered by Egypt, and they became the traders, speculators, informers, advisors of kings. I mean, they got to the top echelon. They were not slaves. At first they were slaves, but they were so smart, they ended up getting, and those are the Jews of today. And actually were part of the Roman, they were in Hellenistic time of Alexander the Great, that was considered a god. And they invented the idea of a civilization that they never had. And the stupid, Christ-psychotic, infected imbeciles follow for all this bunch of bullshit. Oh yeah, King Solomon and David and the chosen people and the Moses, which is a title. So anyway, things like that. And that's where you get all this stupid thing. And now you have these Palestinians, which are actually the same people, fighting their brothers, which are the Jews. All this mess. It's a long story, but it is all thanks to religious psychosis. And where do you get the religious psychosis from, and all this misinformation and all that crap? From churches, mosques, and synagogues. They talk about the tooth fairies as if they were reality, and they were true. The only healthy one here is President Obama, that is half black. And that's the reason he's being completely, I mean, these racist pieces of shit, American imbeciles, thanks to churches, thanks to that, believe only read one book, which is the Bible crap, which is full of racism, homophobia, intolerance, sadomasochistic, and theocratism. They're stuck in the Middle Ages. They don't like him because he's black, and he's an atheist. He's mentally healthy. But he's nothing else, because he introduced Cosmos. This I ought to tell you something. And this piece of shit, the GOP, the God-obsessed party, are imbecile ignoramus, theocratic, stuck in the Middle Ages. And that's the problem. And they run the country. They're in Congress. They block everything he does. I wish he was a dictator. If he was a dictator, he would just straighten things out. He wiped out the Congress and all that stuff and said, hey, you lunatics, you believing all this Jesus and all that crap like that, close all the churches down and put you idiot, imbecile, depressed, bipolar, schizophrenic, suffering from dementia, and suffering from like a kind of Alzheimer crap, believing in zombie gods, they're resurrected, saved with blood, put you all in mental institutions where you belong. That's what you ought to do. And then we'll have we'll have sanity initiated in this country. And there you have it. Religion is the cause of all this problem. Religious psychosis. These people are still stuck in the 12th century. That's the problem.
Amen. Amen.
Praying. Idiots. And since the United States is a Christianity-infected nation, full of imbecile, psychotic morons believing in resurrecting zombies, I said, with blood, that they had to pray to their zombie god, our poor President Obama, an intellectual, magna cum laude, highly intellectual, and mentally healthy, in other words, an atheist, doesn't have any other choice but go along with the prayers and with the crap and the every time he gives a medal or an award. Because he had to say, God bless America, because the stupid Congress are pieces of shit idiots in this country, theocratic imbeciles. You know, the churches are the ones that feed all the ignorance, readers of only one book, the deluded imbecilities to the American people. They are responsible. So our president doesn't have any other choice but actually to put up with the fucking morons, with this prayer and crap like that, and some be God bless America. It's absolutely mind-boggling. In this 21st century, we have a Congress that they have to pray to a zombie God for everything. Everything have to pray. Open the Congress, prayer. Give somebody a medal, a prayer. So, United States is a Christianity-infected nation. There is no separation between church and state. That's just an illusion. It's only in name. That's it. Not in truth. Christ accuses the infected imbeciles. Churches, religious institutions, psychotic institutions are in control of the whole government. And this is the reason you have all the homophobia, your racism, your pedophilia, and your stupid thinking, anti-science imbecilities, and these imbeciles, completely deluded, schizophrenic, bipolar, psychotic, sadomasochistic idiots, demented people all roll into one, which I call Christ psychosis, running the country. There's not much that Obama can do, but hey, wait. Something is going to happen eventually, and it's going to, the moment that these neurologists get their head out of the ass and actually realize that that religious, that believe in the zombie God that is resurrected with blood is one of the schizophrenias. It's deeper than schizophrenia because it's a psychosis. But he said, there are many schizophrenias, but it's a psychopathy. It's a bipolar disorder, dementia, schizophrenia, all this roll into one. And then when they announce it and they actually define this religious beliefs in this 21st century as a form of neurological disorder, then we'll have some sanity around. We can won't be able to allow any lunatic like these Congress idiots that believe in resurrected somebody that's with blood to be in government. You cannot be a doctor, you cannot be a pilot, you cannot be a congressman, you cannot be a senator, you can be no governor in a city, nothing, no held up public as long as you are religious psychotic and you believe in imaginary friends and say with blood, then you cannot hold office. Problem solved, then we'll have some sanity in this country. Keep in mind, science, facts, talk, Christ psychosis bullshit walks. Impacted your own.